Hey, thanks for coming in today. We are once again in the phenomenal Phenom. And we're just going to do one leg. We're going to do one quick flight from DCA to Teterboro in the Phenom, just so we can check out now that it's been updated. Should have the trim glitch fixed. And I fly to Dallas tomorrow to restart my training, so it's not going to be a super late night for me. So I figured one quick leg in this beautiful airplane, and that'll satisfy my streaming needs for the week, as I'll be training the next few days. I will be back on Thursday, hopefully in time for the Virtuous Safe Flying Club event on Thursday night, April 1st, because I should be flying home in the evening of March 31st. Nothing's ever a guarantee in aviation, so you never know, but hopefully things will work out where I'll be home in time for the event on Thursday night. Otherwise, Mr. Leroy will take care of hosting it. Anyways, let's get in here and get things going. Titanium Druid, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you. I know you were just over in the Melvin Leroy stream. I appreciate you stopping by here as well. Let's go ahead and get this thing kind of going. Get this thing started up. We got batteries. We'll turn the generators on, we'll turn the bleeds on, we'll get the oxygen ins. Cross bleed to auto, tests. Do the fire test.
Fire.
Baggage fire test.
Fire.
Annunciators, everything else should light up. It does. Stall protection, we wait until after the engines are running. Ice protection, okay, we're good with that. So those are good. So open up the hydraulic pumps. Auto off, that's all good. ELT is armed, make the passengers put on their belts. Doing the fare, that's all good, man. ECS both. All that is good. We want the ignitions, they're gonna have to be on auto here for those to work. I've got the passenger doors open, ELT, we'll arm that. We'll get the nav light going here. Get all this set. Alright. Everything down here looks good. What am I missing? Shed bus has got to wait. GPUs connect to pass. Okay, so everything that's still on the board is stuff that I have to work on for the engine start. So what we'll do now is we will go close the door outside. Before we get these engines started. Boom, door's closed. We'll set the altimeter, 3009. And before we start the engines, you're going to actually talk to Potomac Approach is online, covering DCA, 0.850, and we're going to talk to him.
Initial climb 5,000, then 10 minutes 210, and squawk 2127 Delta 5815.
Delta 5815, readback is correct. Information Bravo is current at Washington. Altimeter 3009er. Push and start at your discretion. Call when ready to taxi, and you can expect runway 19er for departure.
Approach is done talking.
Information Alpha is current, and we'll expect 19er for departure. We'll call back for taxi or Delta 5815.
Pilot 23, thanks for coming in today, Ian. Thank you for the resubscription. I appreciate it.
Information Bravo is current. Bravo.
Bravo. Roger that. Delta 5815.
Potomac, good evening. Phenom 124, Mike Charlie. Clearance to Teterboro.
Phenom 124, Mike Charlie, Potomac Approach. Good afternoon. You're cleared to the Teterboro Airport.
Get 12 months.
For departure, Swan transition. Been filed. Initial altitude 5,000. Expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Sorry, correction. That's 210. Flight level 210 will be your final altitude. 10 minutes. Departure frequency with me. Squawk 2121.
Cleared Teterboro, Suki 4 departure, Swan transition, 5,000, initial 210 is a final intent departure with you, 2121 squawk, Phenom 124, Mike Charlie.
And Phenom 4 Mike Charlie, readback is correct, information Bravo is current, altimeter 3009er, and call when ready to taxi, and you can expect runway 19er for departure.
Spec 19 for Mike Charlie. Alright, chat, you heard the man, expect runway 19. Initial 5,000. So we'll have to take a look at this departure here. Let me pull it up for you guys. The Suki 4, excuse me. Suki 5. It's actually the Suki 5. Open a new tab. Suki 5. Alright, so right here. It's like off of runway 19. It's going to be 187 heading to 515 feet. This is going to be one of those ones where we kind of need to read, don't we? Take off runway 19. Climb 185 to 515, then direct to FIMB. So it's going to be a nav departure. Cross FIMB at or above 1,500, at or below 230 knots. Then on track 102 to Mumbai. Okay, so this is going to be a departure that we're going to do in nav mode. since it is a full RNAV departure, top altitude 5,000. So that's all the information we really need from that. So we'll get nav up here. We'll start out with vertical speed. We'll go to flight level change when it becomes more appropriate. Initial altitude 5,000. I feel like the music is just a touch too loud. Turn it down. Hopefully you'll get it done nice and quick, Nick, so that you can get on your way to the check ride. Alright, let's fire these engines, chat. Actually, let's put the flight plan in first and then fire the engines. How about that?
Southwest 2382, Potomac approach. Greetings, reset transponder and squawk
departure for
2142.
Suki 5 off of runway 19. Swan transition, we'll load that. Again, it's going to be a nav departure. The plane's going to do all the work for us. After Swan, we have FUBAR. F-U-B-R-R.
Radar contact 20 miles south of Flat Rock, VOR at
Enter.
10,000,
Enter.
10,000.
And then we got to put in Teterboro, and then we've got the arrival.
Continue via the Dux 5
The
arrival.
JQ3.
Weather at Richmond, wind 140 at 16.
So procedure.
Altimeter 3007.
We'll hit enter on
and,
that.
expect a visual 16.
So JQ3. We'll just do it off of this one because we're going to have to go back and actually delete a couple of points here to get to FUBAR. There's FUBAR, so we'll delete that. So now the flight plan should go all the way as it should. And now we need to enter on these altitudes because these are hard altitudes. So you see we got to turn them from white to blue. That way the VNAV will function properly. Alright, and that's all good. We'll worry about the runway later on down the road when we get assigned one. But otherwise, the flight plan is fully loaded. We're going to zoom this guy out here. And not that much. We're going to zoom this guy in for the safe taxi here at DCA. And now we can fire the engines. So we'll start 2 first. Clear. Starting the engine. Excuse me. Hey, first engine started. We'll start the second engine. And then I'm gonna have to, oh, I almost forgot to pull up the speeds here, so I'm gonna have to get that going. Aircraft, Phenom, manuals. And performance. Alright, so we'll get performance charts ready to go here for takeoff. Alright, so with both engines started, we can go ahead and take the GPU offline. Unplug the GPU. Close the panel. Gasoline, we got plenty. The V-speeds we're going to work on right now. So the temperature, and I'm doing a lot of talking to get this set up, so I apologize if I'm not looking too much at the chat here. But the temperature over at DCA right now is 19, so
Southwest
20.
2382, fly heading 040, vectors to final.
Alright, so I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at real quick. So we're going to go sea level here, 20 degrees. We are at 6,941 pounds, so 7,068. So we'll go up to 72. We'll go to the higher one. 103, 114, 128. 103, 114, and 128. So the speeds are set. We'll worry about the approach speeds when we get closer. So now it wants me to do this, just to make sure it works. I didn't really check the screen to see that it actually worked, but I'm assuming it does. What else do I have to do after start? All the switches are good. We're going to get the taxi light, strobe, not until we're lining up on the runway. Everything's armed. I can't think of, we're going to turn the next right on just in case, but there shouldn't be any weather. Can't think of anything else I need to do here to get set up, Jen. I think we're, the stall protection test, that's all we need to do. Okay, perfect. Now I think we're good to go. We'll remove the parking brake, which we have already done, and we'll request taxi. Jay Smitty, thanks for coming in today. Guess what, I'm back in. Who could have guessed? And Potomac, Phenom 124, Mike Charlie 8 is Bravo, ready to taxi.
Phenom 124, Mike Charlie, runway 19er, taxi via Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15.
Kilo Juliet, cross 15, Phenom 124, Mike Charlie. So here we go, chat. We're going to taxi out here on Kilo. I guess we're going to cross over here to Juliet at some point. I guess we'll take Kilo all the way to cross over to Juliet here to hold short of runway 19. He'll let us know if we need to do otherwise. So let's go ahead and see if we can't find. This is going to be Kilo right here. So we'll follow Kilo all the way to runway 19. Yeah, this thing is great. It's pretty much all I've been flying to be honest.
Southwest 2382,
That looks a little better.
Fields, 3 o'clock, 10 miles, report if in sight.
For some reason I feel like the volume is a little low.
Southwest 2382, cleared visual approach, runway 16.
This is taxiway Kilo that we're on, so we're just going to take Kilo to cross. Eventually we'll get over to Juliet.
Delta 5815, runway 19er, taxi via Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15. Maintain position for taxi, give way to Phenom, taxiing on Kilo from your right to left.
Taxi via Kilo Juliet, cross 15, give way to aircraft taxi on my right to left, or Delta 515.
Pick up the taxi speed here, chat, so that guy doesn't have to wait too long for us. Looks like he's in a CRJ. It's a little too fast on the taxiways, chat. You never want to be this fast taxiing. This is only because it's in the sim. In real life, I would never taxi this fast. I don't even taxi in real life because I'm the FO and that's the captain's job. In the private jets, like the beach jet and the CJ, I would taxi. You could taxi from either side, but because in the 145, 175, the tiller is only on the captain's side, only the captain does the taxiing. Clear to cross. Clear right. Clear left. Turn our strobes on to cross. Make sure our takeoff config is correct. Let's put the flaps down to 1. And we'll do takeoff config.
Takeoff, okay.
Takeoff's okay, the lady says, so should be good to go on that. Cross over to Juliet here.
Southwest 2382, wind 140 at 16, runway 16, clear to land.
And we'll hold short right here. Yeah, it was a little bit too fast on the taxi, chat. You don't want to do that in real life. There's just 124 Mike Charlie ready to go. Phenom 124 Mike Charlie's ready.
Phenom 124, Mike Charlie, wind 200 at 7, runway 19er, clear for takeoff.
19 clear for takeoff, Phenom 124 Mike Charlie. So again, this is a nav departure, chat, so we're going to let the nav take it as soon as we get airborne. The airplane's going to be smart enough to take care of all this. It's takeoff time. So this is just one of the basic liveries. The only thing that changed is that Good Fixin's actually edited it to give me my registration. So it's one of the ones that came with it. He just edited it to have my my registration on it. Again, that was Good Fixin's that took care of that for me. Let's get out of here.
Southwest 3277 Potomac approach. Greetings. You are cleared to
So we got it in takeoff
Jacksonville
thrust.
Airport. Amy 1 departure. Scoob, and then as filed. Initial altitude 5,000. Expect flight level 400.
U1 rotate.
10 minutes after departure.
Oh yeah, she launched off the ground tonight.
2161.
Positive rate, gear up.
Amy 1 to Scoob, then as filed. Initial 5,000, 400 and 10, and squawk 2161 or with the 2141.
Southwest 3277.
Get the flaps up.
2161. 2161.
Okay, we'll let the nav take it. So I'm actually going to hand fly this bad boy a little bit.
Roger, Amy 1 to Scoob, then as filed. Initial 5,000, 400 and 10 minutes, squawk 2161.
Bring the power back to climb power.
77 readback correct. Information Bravo current. Altimeter 3009er. Push and start at your discretion. Call for taxi, and you can expect runway 19er clear. Runway 19er.
Roger, thank you.
Phenom 124 Mike Charlie 1,800 for 5,000.
Phenom 4 Mike Charlie. Radar contact. Say altitude leaving.
Yep, we're 2,000 for 5,000.
And Phenom 4 Mike Charlie. Altitude checks. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Flight level 190, Phenom 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, so we got the
And Delta
flight level
190
190 right there. I'm still hand flying, chat. I've got flight level change set, but we're going to pick up that speed on the flight level change to 230.
And Delta 5815.
And I'm going to keep hand flying her for a little bit here.
2007.
Since we're on a nice nav departure.
19er clear for takeoff.
Clear to takeoff runway 19er, Delta 55815.
Not bad to get a little bit of hand flying in from time to time, chat. You can see no trim glitch. You hear that? Oh, I haven't turned the autopilot on yet, so we haven't been able to really test it for sure. So what we're going to do here is when I level off in this turn, I'll put the autopilot on, and then we'll make sure and see that the trim glitch is actually gone. Because I did update it, so it should be gone. But I'm actually not going to lie, chat. I'm enjoying the hand flying at the moment, so I'm probably going to do it for a little bit longer.
Southwest 2382, welcome to Richmond. Exit next ride on Hotel and to the ramp.
She's climbing like a champ right now. 230, we're doing almost 4,000 feet a minute in the climb.
Hotel Alpha and Juliet Tango, cross runway 2.
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying hand flying this thing.
Okay, hotel.
Sorry, just Hotel Alpha and cross runway 2.
Through 10. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust to vertical speed here. We're only going to do 2,000 feet a minute for now on the vertical speed, so we'll pick up some speed above 10,000 feet here now.
Roger, hotel.
And since we're level here, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the autopilot on now.
Airborne crossing 150.
And look at that, no trim glitch. It's not yelling trim at me every 5 seconds in the autopilot, so that is a good thing.
And Delta 5815, radar contact, altitude checks, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb 190, Delta 5815.
We're well on our way to Teterboro. Get a good use of the VNAV since there are some altitudes on the JK3. So I'm going to get rid of the DCA stuff here. And we're going to look at Teterboro in a second. JK3. Alright, so if we look here, we're actually going to start it off of FUBAR, F-U-B-R-R. because that's where the flight plan has us coming through. So Fubar, Buzzy, Spencer, Jakey at 13, Eileen at 13, Wacky at 11 and 250 knots, Maisie, Regal at 7, Solberg, and then on in. So if we take a look back at our flight plan here, we'll see that all those altitudes are in there appropriately. See, we got the hard altitude 13, all the hard altitudes highlighted in blue. So blue 13, 13, 11, and 7. So all those hard altitudes in blue, you don't have to worry about the white here. That's just the plane doing planning purposes. But these are hard altitudes that we need to hit. That's why it's 13 and it's in blue. So all the hard altitudes go in blue there, Jay Smitty. I think you figured that out. But when you were looking at it later on when you asked, but that's that's what you're looking for the VNAV to work. And then you'll see here
4 Mike Charlie, come and maintain flight level 210.
210 4 Mike Charlie. 210 set. So we'll see here now if we zoom this guy out. We zoom him out, not in. See this little nugget right here where my mouse is? There's like this little white, it almost looks like a hexagon. Kind of looks like a little screw or a nugget or whatever you want to call it. That's where the airplane is planning its top of descent. So that's the top descent marker. And so as long as the VNAV is set up appropriately, you'll see that little nugget, and then when you hit VNAV, when you get the descent, that's when you'll know you hit your top of descent.
Attention Washington National Traffic Information. Charlie is now...
So I never did turn this to landing, but I'm going to turn the landing light on now so I don't forget later, chat. That's just the thing so I don't forget for later. There's nothing else I really need to do in the airplane right now, configuration-wise. The only thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to let the passengers stand up here, so we'll do that. So we'll have to turn the seatbelt sign back on and turn the windshield heats 1 and 2 on when we start our descent. Katie Monster, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you, sir. Again, everybody that's in the chat, thanks for coming in today. Another flight in the Phenom. I'm only doing the one leg tonight, chat, because I am going back to Dallas tomorrow to restart my training, so... it's going to be a short night for me, just the one stream, and keep it short and simple, because then I'm going to kind of just relax with Delilah and the family before I have to go back to work. I only have to go back, I fly tomorrow down to Dallas. I have class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I should be able to fly back Wednesday afternoon, evening. So then I'll be home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm off. Thursday night, and let me just go ahead and put the... 2992 above flight level 180 here. The standard button right here. The Virtue USA Flying Club has an event on Thursday night next week, the 1st, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Here you go. It's the Don't Be a Fool Fly event. I'm going to do just a standard group flight, good old-fashioned group flight that the Flying Club used to do a bunch of, from Tuscaloosa to New Orleans Lakefront. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday, April 1st. Again, I should be home for that, chat, because I should be able to fly home Wednesday without any issues. But, you know, you never know what happens in aviation. So if for whatever reason, you know, God forbid I get stuck down in Dallas again, then Brant Nyberg will be the one that takes care of hosting this event if I can't be there. But otherwise, I plan to be there, and I plan to stream also for this event on Thursday night, April 1st.
Flask transition has been filed.
Again, for my quick break, once again in training. Before then, I'll be down in Dallas. After that quick break next week, I'll be down in Dallas for the better part of the rest of the month of April. So we're going back to no streams again for a while, just like it was before I got COVID and had to come home and get everything reset. But I was home for 5.5 days, and it felt like it was like a day. It felt like it flew by just like that, and now all of a sudden tomorrow I'm flying right back down to Dallas for training. So life happens fast. It really, really does. 200 for 210. And I wish I had a little bit more time at home, chat, I won't lie. It was nice being home, see Delilah, see the family, kind of have the time to kind of recuperate and get myself kind of like a hard reset before going back to training. But now it's really time to get back into like the meat and potatoes of you know, training for the 175. So I've got a job to do. I'm getting paid to go to training again, and as much as I would like to have had a little bit more time home, I got a job. You know, I gotta do my job. So back I go tomorrow, and hopefully no issues that come across this time. No more medical issues, please. I should be all done with the COVID. I do have a lingering cough, and the passengers are gonna have to just give me funny looks on the plane, but I'm COVID free at this point. And my classmates, hopefully I won't be hacking up along in class with whatever's remaining of this cough. But Yeah, I was able to get streams, what, 4 streams in 5 days? And 4 streams in 6 nights. I was home for 6 nights. I was able to get in 4 streams in 6 nights. So definitely was able to get some stuff going on to order to... I enjoy streaming, so I wanted to make sure that I got some streams in while I had the ability to be home. Before now I go and restart my training. Captain Crunch, back to Dallas. I have to restart my training now that I've recovered from COVID. I have to start from scratch, so I have to go. I've got 4 days down in Dallas, and then I'll have 4 days home again, where I'll be hosting that event hopefully on Thursday. Then I have about 19 days in Dallas, and then I'll have like 6 days off after those 19 days in Dallas, and then I'll have the sim portion of training, which all should be finished. I should have a check ride sometime in the middle of May is when I should have my check ride, and then I just have to wait for IOE. Yes, I had the Rona. It was not fun. If you can get vaccinated, get vaccinated. That's what I've been telling everyone.
We're expecting river visual for only 1 American 2159.
If you can get vaccinated because you don't want to actually have the Rona like I did. It was 5 days of pure misery, and then because I was down in Dallas for training at the time, I was stuck for an extra 5 days in the hotel room, not allowed to leave because of the quarantine. So that just made it worse, and that's why, like I said, I'm happy that I was able to get home.
Phenom 4 Mike Charlie, contact New York Center now, 125.32.
12532 for my Charlie. Good night. I turned the volume down too low. Center, good evening. Phenom 124 Mike Charlie, flight level 210. Cross Wrigley at 7,000, and just to be advised, you're coming in really quiet.
Yeah, for me too.
So we'll let the VNAV take it. I've got 7,000 set, so we'll descend down to Regal for 7,000, but we'll just let the VNAV do the work. We're right at the top of descent. So the airplane's going to take us and do the descents all the way down to Regal at 7. Even though that was the only crossing restriction we got, we'll still comply with the rest of the stuff on the Jakey 3. Yeah, but 1 day of feeling like crap is better than the 5 days of feeling like absolute hell like I went through Titanium Druid, so it's good that you got your second shot there. Alright, so the altimeter at Teterboro, we have to do a few things here, chat. The altimeter at Teterboro is 3007, so we're going to set 3007 on our things here, and we're also going to get some landing speeds. Alright, let's see, landing reference speeds, so we're going to do full flap landing. And we're going to do it with the ice off. So here's what we're looking at. In terms of weight, we are at 6,700. So we're just going to do the 66 card because we're going to lose about another 100 pounds here before we get to Teterboro. So 6,600, 108, 108, 123. So 108. 108, and this one is 123 the speeds. So now our approach speeds are set. We're going to be all good to go for our landing. So let's go ahead and do a couple things here. Let's get the passengers seated, get the windshield heats on. Those are all we really need to do for the descent here. Again, I'm going to have to turn up the volume, I guess, on this guy because he is quiet. Couldn't get it here in Florida because I didn't have a driver's license. I have to get in New York when I come back. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm pretty sure pretty much everywhere you still have to get it in the state you live in. or your permanent residences in. So.
Those two aircraft calling, sir. Delta 5815, of course, is on a maintain audible 19, sir.
19 Delta 58.
And if we had 11 Bravo, I believe you called there. I sent you a pre-departure clearance via private. So you received that one?
And Caldwell Tower number 6338 Foxtrot, we're going to continue our traffic, or discontinue our traffic pattern and head eastbound into New York Bravo, if that's right with you.
Right, 38 Foxtrot, second.
Number 6338 Foxtrot, we're going to be discontinuing the right closed traffic pattern. We're going to be
So the airplane's fully configured as it needs to be right now,
Bravo.
and we're on the descent again. We're descending via the Jakey, arrival into Teterboro, 7,000 at Regal. But we're gonna just kind of maintain all the altitudes as we need to, just on the approach here, letting the VNAV do the work.
I think VFR eastbound canceling the traffic pattern number 6338 Fox.
Go ahead and get you guys an outside view. Haven't really done a whole lot of that, I apologize. Been so focused, it's a quick flight. Good view of November 124 Mike Charlie Phenom. Bit of a hazy night out here in the descent. It's Philadelphia Airport right there, chat. We also haven't done this yet, where I give you guys the passenger view, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. Let you guys have a little bit of a passenger view here for a second. I do like that the trim glitch is gone. You've noticed that it hasn't yelled at trim at us not even once so far on this flight, which means they have definitely fixed that. And that was really the big glaring issue for me, so now this airplane is well worth the $45. Aerobask did a fantastic job on this thing.
Delta 8930. Yeah, I was making a left turn on Bravo. Echo, cross runway 3.
Good fixins. It's going to probably be Dallas. We'll see. They did just put a vacancy, and there is actually a bunch of openings for Chicago again. I don't know if that means if the number of lines is going to go up to Chicago, but at least as it stands right now, it's going to be Dallas. It might be Chicago, depending on what I want to do with the vacancy, but I haven't made the decision yet. I have until April 10th to kind of make up my mind, and even then, it's not a guarantee. But right now, the idea is that it's going to be Dallas that I'm going to have to commute to after I finish my 175 training. It's going to suck. I mean, commuting sucks. Commuting from New York to Dallas for work is going to be brutal. You know, it's not going to be fun. One of my friends that's already doing it, he finished his training and he's doing the commute from New York to Dallas, says that it sucks. It's going to suck. You know, it's unfortunate that they closed the New York base and that I have to commute. So I'm going to try the commute, and if I really, really, really hate it, then I'll consider moving down to Dallas or somewhere else. You know, we'll see. A lot of life decisions are coming up within the next couple of years for me, chat, and it's scary to think about. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, I hate thinking about it. I really do. I know that I'm an adult and I have to make these decisions, and I am gonna have to think about these things and everything. But it's scary stuff. It really is some scary thoughts. So it is what it is, though, chat. Like I said, it's my job, and I am an adult, and I have life decisions to make, and we'll see. If this commute really does suck, and I really just am miserable doing it, then I probably will just move to Dallas or something like that. I don't think I'd move to Chicago, which is why I'm probably going to keep the Dallas base, because then if I am going to move, then if I'm already based in Dallas, then I'll just, you know, be able to move to Dallas. Chicago might be a little bit of an easier commute, but it's still a commute, so, I mean, we'll see.
Once we reach the Statue of Liberty.
We'll see how it all kind of plays out, chat.
Sweet, Foxtrot, Roger. Just to confirm, you're not doing the Skyline route, right? You're just flying traffic. Is that what you're requesting?
Mr. Leroy, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. 11 people coming over from Melvin Leroy. For those that are doing that, thank you for coming in today. I really do appreciate it. Happy to have you aboard. We're in the descent on the Jakey 3 currently. In the Phenom 300.
Hitting VFR at 2,000 feet and cleared for the guideline route 63385.
On our way into Teterboro. We took off out of DCA. We're on our way to Teterboro in the Phenom. We're currently on with New York Center. And again, we're descending via the JK3 arrival at the moment. Hope your landing went well this evening, Mr. Leroy. I know you were doing a little jet stuff yourself. Hopefully a nice smooth I think it was a jet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't exactly remember what you were flying. I think it was a jet. But if it wasn't, I hope whatever you were flying, you had a good landing in it. And I appreciate the rate, really do.
Via Corey for arrival descending to 3,000 per mile.
A300. Oh yeah, so big boy. Oh boy. Downwind Sim, Dave MSP, thanks for coming in today, guys.
It's, yeah, descent via the arrival as published. If you check the charts, they're published altitude restrictions.
Sure, descending via published Corey for arrival. And the arrival
We should be starting another descent here soon.
58.
11,000 at Wacky. Yep, and you see the VNav is going to take it, chat. Just like that. VPath.
So stop at 10.
Boom. Or not. Airplane, hello? Interesting, so it didn't take it. So we'll have to do it by hand.
Heavy cross
Strange.
Salvo after above 1,800. Clear out runway 22 left.
Should have taken it there, chat. It had the VPath armed and everything, but it didn't take it. So that's it's an interesting one. Might have to write that up for Aerobask. That if I guess it has like a level off on like a step down here, that for some reason it won't pick up the path again. Solid landing, nice.
You had 100 heavy. We have our PDC ready for taxi.
And we had 100 heavy in New Center. Good evening.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to do that. It should be able to just pick it up with the VNav still armed, so that's interesting. That's something that another patch is going to have to come out from Aerobask to kind of alleviate that problem then.
Right, left Bravo, and it's Echo. We cross runway 31 right.
It is what it is. I also need to slow down here, chat. I'm supposed to be at 250 knots, oh boy. So let's go ahead and put some boards out here for a second. I'm supposed to be at 250 knots. Breaking the speed rules here. There we go. Now we're going to get too slow here. Oh boy, sorry plane, go back to cruise, go back, pick up your speed. We don't need to be descending as rapidly either. We're just gonna go down to the 7,000 feet at this point. Let's see if the VPath takes it now with have a vertical speed that's less than what it needs for 7,000 at Jakey. Let's see, or Regal. This controller is so quiet, oh my god. Anyways, we're through 10,000 feet, but we're holding below 250 knots, so that's all good. Give you guys a nice view outside real quick in the turn. Beautiful bird.
You wait to traffic on Bravo if you had 100 heavy.
Phenom 124 Mike Charlie.
Oh, the VPath did take it now again.
ILS runway 19 Teterboro.
Expect ILS 19, Phenom 124 Mike Charlie. Alright, 19 ILS chat, so let's go ahead and get that loaded. Procedure, select approach, ILS to 19. We'll load that, and we'll load that, and we'll load that. Okay, so now we're in there. That's all good. Let's go ahead and pull up the ILS 19. 8,000 for 7,000 feet. So it looks like we got frequency 1015 for final approach course 195, 2100 unveil, 1500 feet tugs and on down. Weather's visibility is all good at Teterboro, so we're not super worried about that. And then I plan on, when we're landing on 19 here, I just plan on going down to Jet Aviation, so it's going to be easy. I'll just exit right and text down Juliet to Jet Aviation, which is the FBO to the south down here, is where I plan to go at Teterboro. So that's pretty simple stuff. Right there. We're level at 7,000 feet for Regal.
18-7, number 6338.
To a cloud
Foxtrot,
here.
thank you.
The strobes were
Alpha 58,
okay,
taxi,
annoying, but it was quick.
contact
So we're on our way. So
110,
110,
take care.
15,
120.8. I will take care. So
frequency.
If I have some problems, don't
and we're gonna go into a roll here real quick, so we can set the final approach course. We said was, what was the final approach course? Did we say? I already forgot. It is 195. So we'll set 195. Set. Now we can put it back in the pink, go back into nav. Just like that. So our course is set. Our frequency is set. Speeds are set. Pretty much ready to go here. We're just going to wait for some vectors for the ILS to runway 19 at Teterboro. Yeah, Good Fixins was responsible for getting my tail on there, Brant. He took one of... So this is one of the liveries that comes with the airplane, and then Good Fixins was kind enough to provide us with a version that had the November 124 Mike Charlie registration, not only on the tail, but he also put it on the little panel thing up here, too. So he thought of everything, and we appreciate him taking care of that for us. We're just at the bottom of this cloud layer here, it looks like. This tiny little cloud layer. You can see the sun is setting. I've got real time set in the sim, and it looks like we got into a cloud here. I'm going to turn the strobes off in this cloud so we don't have the annoying epilepsy flash. I'll keep them off for the time being, since we're probably going to be in and out of random clouds.
Singapore 6201, do you know where you're parked today? Any
That looks
specific
cool with the
terminal
cloud. Looking at the wing view, chat, it almost looks damn near real.
Yep.
Looks damn near real.
November Whiskey 206.
Sorry, Singapore 6201, second.
Yep.
Just wait for further instructions from ATC at this point, chat.
November Whiskey 206.
After Solberg, we're on a heading forever until he gives us something else on this Aurora approach here.
6201, in that case, cross runway 22 right to Juliet, then continue straight at Alpha to cargo. Take care.
Okay.
Alright.
Cross 22 right on Juliet, continue.
Yeah, we're going to do full flaps landing at Teterboro. Runways aren't super long. And this thing loves to float. It also stops on a dime too, though, so it's not like we're worried about stopping a whole heck of a lot. It's not going to be hard in this airplane. Let's go ahead and take a look at our left wing with that sun is setting out there. It's pretty much set. Just got the little pink in the sky now. We're right at this bottom of these clouds here. It's just pretty neat to see, actually, looking out this wing view. I haven't flown in the rain yet. Do you know if Phenom has rain effects on the windscreen? I don't remember seeing the effects. No, you hear noise, like you can hear the rain, but I don't remember seeing any of the effects, Jay Smitty. The one time that I was flying in a little bit of light rain in the sim. So.
Squawk mode Charlie, please. Runway 22 right, taxi via left, Bravo, and Echo. Cross runway 31 right.
Squawk Charlie, sorry.
Just past Solberg, so this is the heading we're going to hold now until we get further instruction from ATC. It's starting to get dark out here. Definitely rolling into nighttime. Because we're real weather, real time right now. Almost forgot to show you guys my favorite thing. You can see we're getting close to the end of our flight here. And right now this is real world time, 23:27, because I've got the sim set to real time. So it shows you what the real world time is, and then obviously we're on our way down. We're at 7,000 feet, almost at our destination. That's a neat little feature on that thing, to have that panel that pops out for the passengers in the back.
47 Romeo Heavy, New York Center, hello sir, runway 22 right, follow the company 777, cross runway 31 right.
And we're just waiting for some more instructions from our friend, Amin, New York Center, one of our center controllers at New York ARTCC, helping us out in Teterboro tonight.
Charlie, just auto maintain 4,000.
4,000 for Mike Charlie. 4,000 set, chat, so let's go on down. We're only going to do 1,000 feet per minute. No need for more right now. We're getting...
And Phenom for Mike Charlie, the Teterboro altimeter 3007 now.
007, thank you. Which we have set already. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Leroy, exactly. That thing is so nice that it has that little feature. There's very nice touches all throughout this airplane. The lav being fully functional, having a little Easter egg in it as well.
Flat runway heading, clear for
You know,
takeoff,
doors, cargo doors all
30.
opening. You know, just a lot of nice little details that they've stuck into this thing. So both inside and out, the thing is great. And here we watch her descend. On our way to Teterboro. Matt Dumb Kyle, thanks for coming in today. Yes, this airplane is amazing. This is probably already my favorite payware on XP11. Without, I mean, at this point, it's almost without a doubt. And then, this is only like the 4th or 5th flight, but now that they have fixed the trim glitch, it really is just all around a great airplane. I like that you have like the little TCAS going here too. You can see everybody. A couple of guys doing the Hudson River skyline, it looks like. A couple of guys on the ground at Newark, a couple of guys on the ground at LaGuardia, looks like on there. My knowledge of New York coming out on the map. Yeah, this thing loves to float, so that it can be pretty difficult to get a decent landing without floating halfway down the runway. I'm going to try not to float too far down the runway here at Teterboro tonight, but we'll see. 5,000 for 4,000. All you need is half a degree, exactly. Yeah, this thing floats easy. So we're going to try not to float tonight. Try. Speeds are set, everything's good. We're pretty much ready to go here, just waiting for final vectors.
Heading 050, vectors define.
Heading 050, Phenom 124 Mike Charlie. Heading 050, so now we can go into our green world here. Course is set. ITJL, is that the one we want for this runway? Let's see. ITJL, yes it is. You guys can see right up here the identifier is ITJL. And then if we look back here, ITJL, that's how we know we are on the proper. We could also listen if we wanted to. We can pull up our comms panel here and listen for the boops, listen for the Morse code. So nav 1. Supposedly we're supposed to hear the Morse code. Hello? Maybe not. See, it says ID. We are not hearing the boops, so maybe the volume for it is just not up or whatever. Not important. In the real airplane, it would give you the Morse code for the ILS, but we're fine. Actually, we might not be, even though it's showing up here, we might not be close enough to see it potentially.
The Alpine, New Jersey Tower,
That might be what we're going through here.
Flight following back to Caldwell, please.
Got a little bit of V-waste going. Pick up our speed here a little bit. Definitely nighttime now. Just that little bit of light left on the sunset off our left wing.
3008 for the altimeter, 633.
It's a nice shot right there, though. And you can see on our right it is dark. Nighttime is upon us in the northeast. Up in New York, New Jersey area.
Fly runway heading clear for takeoff 22 right, it's had 100 heavy.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Leroy, absolutely. Low pressure sodium lighting. That's funny. Yeah, if you can afford to get a private jet and hire a pilot, I will gladly be your pilot, Mr. Leroy. Just make sure you pay me at least $150,000 a year, and we're good.
step from Singapore 621, can we turn left on Sarah? Singapore 6201, yeah, of course, we can enter Rio.
She's hauling. Time to buy some power. He's going to need to win Mega Millions and then some if he wants to own his own private jet. Because not only you have the initial cost of the jet, but it's not exactly cheap to maintain either.
Yes, 47 November, have you only T2 right, one of the lanes.
Plan on just living in it. Well, that's different. If you're going to live in it and not have a house and, you know...
8930, proceed direct merit, living my airspace, frequency change.
That's a little different. I don't know how the guys at the FBO are going to feel about the dude living in the plane that's just sitting out on the ramp or in the hangar, but... To each their own.
FE11 Bravo Heavy, runway... Yeah, there's an aircraft blocking your way there in front of you, but eventually, runway 22 right, you can follow the company, cross runway 31 right.
Taxi, runway 22 right, following the company and cross runway 31 right, jet 11 Bravo.
Phenom 4 Mike Charlie, descend and maintain 2000.
Send 2,000 for my Charlie.
At 100 heavy, about a contact, turn left heading 070.
So at this point now, because we're probably going to be below the Bravo, we're going to have to slow to 200 knots.
Climb maintain 17,000 and you had 100 heavy.
Yes, sir. Very nice evening. It had 101 with you request.
Sorry, confirm that was Etihad 101.
Hey, firm. You had 101.
So let's go ahead and slow this thing down a little bit here on the descent. Roughly 1.5 million.
American Donor just
Yeah, not cheap.
Actually, Etihad 101, runway
Not
22
cheap.
right.
4-day for me. Thanks for coming in
Bravo,
today.
Echo,
Good to see you,
cross
sir.
runway 31 right.
We're getting towards the end of our flight here, the one leg that we're going to do tonight, chat, because I fly
Taxi,
back to Dallas
Bravo,
tomorrow, and
Echo,
I'm going to
cross
enjoy the rest of my
runway
night.
31 right. You had 101.
I don't have to be up too
Phenom
early
4
tomorrow. My
Mike
flight's
Charlie,
not till...
right, heading 140.
Heading 140, Phenom 4, my Charlie.
Etihad 47 November.
The flight isn't
runway
until
22 right.
12:30 tomorrow afternoon,
Cleared for
so I don't have to
takeoff.
be up super early, which is nice, but I'm still going to enjoy my evening, just kind of relaxing, chilling out before it's time to go back to work again. Restart my training all over again. Still have this lingering cough that I wish I could get rid of.
Phenom 4 Mike Charlie, continue heading 160, maintain 2000 to establish, clear ILS runway 19.
160 heading 2 to establish cleared ILS 19er, feet on 124 Mike Charlie. Alright, so we'll hit the approach mode here, chat. You see Loke and Glide slope are armed. Clear for the approach. Austin J. Reed, thanks for coming in today. You're just in time to see me do a landing in the Phenom 300 by Aerobask into Teterboro. Just waiting for the localizer to come in for the ILS. Let's see if the nav works now that we have it. If I hit nav 1, will it make our boopy noises? Let's see. Yes, it will.
Skyhawk 38 Foxtrot, you can enter
Can just
right
barely
down
hear
runway 4 at Carla.
the booping. Localizer's alive.
Bring it right down, one from my Ford Caldwell on the verse 6338 Foxtrot, thank you.
Etihad 083 heavy
Sweet.
runway 22 right, line up and wait.
So we're turning to join the Loke.
Etihad 100 heavy runway, question, fly heading 040.
Left heading 040 Etihad 100 heavy.
And we'll wait for that glide slope to come in. Got the airport in sight out here. There's runway 19 at Teterboro. So the field's already in sight. You can see New York City all lit up nice and nice in the background. That's pretty neat. It's exactly what it would look like. It would be a lot brighter in real life, but more or less what it would look like on the approach into Teterboro, which I used to do a lot when I flew charter. If you guys want to start putting landing rate guesses, now would be the time. Because we're going to be getting on to the final approach fix here just in a few moments, so I'm actually going to start slowing us down. But if you want to put a landing rate guess in, positive or negative number, doesn't matter, it means the same. You do not need the exclamation point predict, but now is the time to guess a landing rate. No prizes, just pride. If you win, gears coming down. Jay Smitty getting us started, I appreciate that.
So what you want to do is press in your, here, put the yoke to the left, here, touch the yoke. Put it to the left, and
Stuck mic.
your rudder. Put the flaps full. Reduce the throttles.
Stuck mic.
Down, bring the pitch down. Bring it down, bring it down. Bring the pitch of the airplane down. Oh, my bad, sorry about that. Sorry about that, New York Center. Yeah, no problem.
So, if you have your A2AV, could you repeat, please?
Yeah, unfortunately, 4-day for me, they got a little bit of the cough that won't go away. So let's start getting the flaps in here.
If you have your A2 runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Glide slopes captured.
Phenom 4 Mike Charlie, 11705, runway 19 are cleared for clear lines.
19 clear land for my Charlie. Keep coming the flaps all the way to full is what our speeds are set, and then we'll slow down to our VREF speed. So flaps full, you can see down here, flaps are full, gear is down, we're clear to land. We're slowing down, the autopilot is coming off. We're going to do it by hand the rest of the way here, as we have the runway in sight. Going to try my best not to float halfway down the runway, because this thing loves to float.
Have a very good one if you had 100 heavy.
Last call on the landing rate guesses. Last call.
I see it's Lufthansa Cargo 8050. You're unreadable. There's only static background noise coming in. Check your mic.
New York Center, Air Canada 671, just approaching your zone to the
New York City looking good. Out here in your front left. But we're focused on what's in front of us, which is the landing in Teterboro. Used to fly into Teterboro all the time doing the charter stuff. All the time.
I can follow another one for you here if you'd like.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
My frames are not having it right now, though. Oh my goodness. What is happening? There we go. I guess because it's New York City in the background that the frames needed a moment there. We're good now. It's never fun when you have frame rate issues on final chat.
Etihad 47 November, heading 040.
Get slightly high here. Let's get back down on the glide, especially with this thing floating. You don't want to be...
500.
Air Canada 671. Still no flight plan on file here for you.
$400. $300. Glide slope.
I got the runway in sight, so I can ignore the glide. I'm going to dip below a little bit here. Since I know this thing wants to float, I'm going to kind of cheat it a little bit.
If you have your A3 heavy hitting 070 and increment maintain.
Ooh, get on the center line there, Mike. What are you doing? 102. Slightly right of center. Not exactly happy about that, but we're going to let it roll here a little bit because we are going to jet aviation down here, so we can roll. We'll take this taxi right here.
Request scope. I sent you a PDC, a pre-departure clearance via text. Did you receive that one?
Looks like Mr. Leroy at minus 99 is going to be the closest. That's pretty close. I'll read the rest of them in just a second.
Caldwell Tower, number 6338 Foxtrot for final runway 4.
Go ahead and put the taxi lights on.
Runway 4, clear to land.
Runway 4
Turn the
clear to
windshield
land,
heats
number
off.
6338 Foxtrot.
And the at 47 Romeo.
Gotta wait for a chance to get our word in edgewise to get the taxi to jet.
Clear to take off to right in the Wi-Fi heading at temperature. Etihad 47 right Romeo head.
The at 47 November, proceed direct Marin.
So minus 127, minus 85, minus 120, 99, 173, minus 1. So yeah, Mr. Leroy, you were the closest. Congratulations. Enjoy your pride for getting a good landing. Now, the landing itself, I didn't float too much this time, chat, but I did land a little bit to the right of center, which I'm not happy with. It was smooth, though. I'll take the 102. It was in the touchdown zone. I just need to be more... Personally, I want to be more on the center line. I don't like that I was a little bit too far to the right of center there.
Expect the PDC via text.
Roger that, New York Center.
4 Mike Charlie is clear of runway 19, taxi to Jet Aviation.
For Mike Charlie, welcome to Teterboro. You can taxi Lima to Jet Aviation. Take care.
Leaving a jet, 4 Mike Charlie, good night.
Delta Cargo 8050, right on contact.
So we're just going to go south on Lima to Jet Aviation.
2000, Kennedy altimeter 3012.
And we'll go park this beautiful bird.
Caldwell Tower, number 6338 Foxtrot.
Chase Smitty, thanks so much, sir. I appreciate that.
Parking at the Fisher Aviation ramp.
And 38 Foxtrot, welcome back to Caldwell. Taxi to parking, your discretion.
Taxi via parking at my discretion. Have a great day, number 6338 Foxtrot.
So here is Jet Aviation right here, so we'll go ahead and make this right turn into the ramp. A little lag on the framey frames there. That is quite alright. We'll just go ahead and pull in. We'll give ourselves parking right here. Not exactly princess parking tonight, but they want us. Just get a nice little spot hole in the ramp right here. I think that'll work. So we'll go ahead and set the parking brake, shut her down. This way we can open the door, let the passengers off. Open the aft baggage. So you see you got the baggage doors open, this is open. Should probably turn some lights off, huh? We'll leave the nav light on, but this can come off, this can come off.
Contact 40 miles northwest of Hancock, New York. Welcome.
And yeah, welcome to Teterboro, everybody. Get a nice look at night on 124 Mike Charlie. We'll need the nav lights on for the time being while I say goodnight to you guys. I don't think I'm going to replay the landing. I know it was smooth. I know it was a little bit to the right of center line, so I'm quite comfortable with that. But, alright, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, I go back to Dallas tomorrow. It's just for a few days. I should be home Wednesday evening, which means I should be good to go for the event on Thursday night, April 1st, the Virtual USA Flying Club event. Right here, the Don't Be a Fool Fly event, 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, April 1st. Again, I should, in theory, be home for that, you know, as long as everything goes to plan and I don't get stuck down in Dallas for whatever reason, then I'll be home in time for that event. If not, then Melvin Leroy in the chat, Brant Nyberg, he's going to take care of you guys as the host if I, for whatever reason, can't be there. But otherwise, Thursday night, it'll be the next time I stream if everything goes to plan. That's when I plan on streaming. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening before I have to fly back down to Dallas tomorrow. Let me give you guys, at least give you guys someone else to watch. We're going to raid someone. Let's see who we got on tap right now. We already raided Sim Caesar the other night. We got Canadian Captain Mustache is on. We got Mesnak. Let's raid Mesnak. He deserves a little bit of a viewership. He looks like he's doing some bush flying in a Cub on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys to Mesnak. One of the Virtual USA Flying Club members, so you guys say hello to him for me. Thank you guys for coming in today. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys stay safe, and please, if you can get the vaccination. Please get the vaccination for COVID-19 because you do not want to have it like I did. It was brutal. So get vaccinated if you can. Let's get this raid started. Thanks for coming in. Hope you enjoyed the Phenom. Good night.